I can't believe it, y'all. Hold on a second. I can't believe I got Instagram available because my son, man, the way he set up, he ain't having it. But he let me have the phone. He had the phone. Hold up. And I just noticed this 2 seconds ago. And I love, oh my gosh, the way it looks on the phone. Wow. The way it looks on the phone. Y'all should see it. Go to Instagram to see it. Ruth Marquise Group. Okay. This is how I want to look. It's just a compromise. Okay. Here we go. I'm sorry, guys. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hold on. Late night edition. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Ruth Marquise. Welcome to the Ruth and Relationship Show. I'm your host, Ruth Marquise, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women relate, get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that leave quality legacies. Let's build. All right. Happy 4th of July. I'll let y'all go on 4th of July. And today's topic is current dating market update. We're going to talk about a bunch of topics today. So it's not really a theme, except for this is what's going on right now. What's going on with Ruth right now? Okay, by the way, if you guys are looking to buy a home in Pennsylvania, Delaware, or Maryland, okay? If you're a realtor, send us your referrals. We send them. We send you referrals as well. All right, welcome. So, current dating market. I mean, guys, do y'all like my hair? Like, so let me tell you. Let me give you like a closer look a little bit. I'm working on it. I like it, kind of, sort of. It looked good when it was fresh. I'm gonna redo it, but I'm wearing my natural hair for the first time. It's curly. This is my first time wearing my hair out, and it's curly state. This is the curly state, and it's not really short, but it just curls up that way. But I'm still working how I like it. All right. So the guys are saying yes. I don't like it 100%, but it's growing on me. Okay. I think it's anyway. It just for me is just like a when you so used to when your eyes are used to lace fronts, long hair, all that stuff. It takes a minute to get used to some natural hair. So, but I was killing it. The people on the street was like, "Yes, ma'am." The other day, I was out and I was apparently at the light. They were turning, but they were not paying attention when they're turning. I was like, "Oh, they go crash." They go crash. They go crash. I was like, "Ruth, you messing with them? You looking, get them eye contact and everything." They was like, "They say, wait, she looking at me." It was too funny. You want to say hi? Oh my gosh, say hi, big boy. Say hello. I'm Emmanuel. Oh no, don't show them the popcorn. All right, say bye bye. Go play. All right, go play. You said hi. All right, so we got something over here. Who is this? He says you look younger. Thank you, Ronnie. I look younger. I know, but I'm gonna find something that works for me where a it's gonna be something that I do that's gonna really take it to the next level. But I like it. I like it. I like it. And I'm starting to like it. He says, "You're welcome." You say hi. Say hi to Mr. Ronnie. Say hi, Mr. Ronnie. Say hi. Yeah. Some dimples out. Oh, you want to show him that you love your mama? Mwah. Thank you, baby. Okay. Okay. Don't be rough with mama. Now go play. Please go play. All right. All right. All right. If you're gonna do all that, you're just showing off. Why? All right, guys. So with that being said, I also have went back to my normal. All right, so let me tell you. He says, "Hey, little man, are you want to go sleep now?" Okay, well, then go sleep. We would have been asleep by now, but we had to offer the right. Okay, so go sleep. If you want to go to sleep. All right, then go sit down and watch. Go sit down and watch. All right, guys. I just came on Instagram to tell y'all to go watch this on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, watch this on YouTube, so I can get this man the phone and we can move on. Okay. So if you want to know more, go to my YouTube channel, Ruth Marquise. Okay. Bye. All right. So we posted it. Now go. Hey, look at y'all. Hey, y'all. If you're on here, say hi. If you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let me tell you. You see how this flowy thing? I used to always wear the flowy joint. I used to always like that. I felt like my outfit wasn't complete. I was like, that ain't nobody gonna follow me today. I just didn't feel that comfortable in this skirt anymore. I don't know, a dress. And then I was like, I put this on, and they was just like, you look amazing, you look lovely. Men really like when you're conservative, and that's naturally who I am. I'm naturally conservative. Like, I'll take a picture in a certain dress, but then I will not go out in public with it. But lately I've been going out. So that's that. Okay. The hair. Yeah. All right. So I actually, if you watch the show, I fidget with my hair the whole time. If you really pay attention, I fidget with it. Okay. So we need to talk about some things in the dating world. How is your dating life going? Because I feel like women have to know a lot more than they know. Men, y'all can school them if you want to. Y'all not dating these girls. You don't know who they are. But women need to be careful out here because they think that like let's say somebody gets to a certain age, you be like, oh, surely you're mature. Surely you got it, together and you're not playing games. Ladies, some men, if you see them single at a certain age, honestly, and they're not talking about they just got out of marriage 5 years ago and this and then the third, baby, they plan on being single for the rest of their life, especially if they feel like they got it together. So be careful that you're not falling for, what is being fed to you. Now, if you catch somebody in a lie, okay, man or woman, okay, if you catch a man or woman in a lie, consider them a liar. If they like to omit the truth, consider them and a person that keeps secrets. Right. And so when you do that and stop saying, like, oh, it's okay, he lied about this one little thing, he lied about that one little thing. Thank you for the hearts. If that is what is going on, then you have to like not believe anything you hear. And this is inconsistency in real life. Men the same way. If she's lying and she just making up stuff, then oh yeah, I really don't like it actually today. What's going on? I'm confused. Wait, which is the part? Everything's backward. Okay, it was like this. All right. Anyway, so I told my sister today. I said, ain't nothing like some natural hair that make you want to go get a weave. She's like, yeah, that's true. It's so much work. Okay, so basically, you have to not don't ignore red flags. Don't ignore and just hear what you want to hear and see what you want to see and make excuses. Some of us are good at making excuses for other people, and you can't do that. You got to look at people at face value. Okay. So we're going to go through some videos today. I'm going to give you my reaction as to what I think. But women, y'all, if you ain't never seen the Ruth and Relationship, if you're a woman, I am appealing to you. I am appealing to you. Please watch the show. Please go and watch the old episodes. I never said that. Go watch the old episodes. Go watch all these things that you have to learn to know what you're doing with men. You are playing a game you don't understand, my sister. Brother, you playing. If you're a good person, you got to go learn how people work. There's something called malevolence, right? People have this level of malevolence, like they have this evil side to them. They can be women, or they manipulate their way. Men, they can be narcissists, right? So I'm not saying that one. I think that was the majority of each. That's what it's like, right? So if you don't understand what people are up to, what their intentions are, a good guy can think a girl is the sweetest girl in the world, and you don't know what her heart it looks like, right? So only God knows somebody's heart, which is why you need to trust Him and to guide you through this process, no matter what you're doing. So some people, they're going to present like they're gonna be there for you, and they're gonna, y'all gonna have a life together, and me, they don't even see you past Friday, or 2 months from now, or 5 months from now, or next year from now. Does everybody like? Can y'all do y'all agree? Like people have a way how they're going to get out of what they got in, but some people are more upfront than others. Okay, that makes sense. Some people are more upfront than others. So, uh, mostly women, they just going to right. They gonna stop texting you, stop calling you, and if you don't get it, you look like the stupid girl that don't get it. And so you have to be careful, and you have to like really sit and be like, okay, first of all, I have to know myself. Second of all, I have to know what the opposite sex looks for in a person. How do I know somebody's being serious? How can I see? How can I learn to trust myself when I get the red flag? Because women, we have intuition, right? And it tells us date one, date two, if this is a person that you can trust, if this is a person that's playing games with you, if this is a person that you cannot like this, what they about. Ladies, any ladies on here, you get that feeling every time, whether this person's a good person or not a good person, right? Y'all just ignore me. Whether this person's a good person or not a good person. And what happens is we ignore it, and then we cover it up, and then that'd be the very reason why it didn't work out. Okay? And then another thing is you go back to how it was before we were so free and so available, baby. You giving it up is not getting you no closer to your goal. Matter of fact, it's keeping you away from your goal. Disagree if you want, agree if you want. That's fine. Oh, what's wrong with that? Oh, what's wrong with that? Oh, what's wrong with that? The problem is you don't understand men. If men are given the reward before they do the work, do you think they're going to do any more work? Absolutely not. And if he's gonna get it from somebody else, then let him do that, because he's not for you. But the person for you, you may be, if you're not the best woman in the world to him, then that's not your person. Stop trying to think that 10 guys can be your person. Only one can be your person. Only one. And that one is going to you wait for whatever whatever you set up, whatever your boundaries are, whatever your standards are, they're willing to wait. Type of man, if it's a man on here that says I'm willing to wait, I'm willing to wait. Because one thing's gonna happen when you wait, sis. The fake ones, the flaky ones are gonna fall off. I know it's not a popular message. I don't come on to be popular, but I come on to give the truth. Hence, I don't know why the Lord named me Ruth. Okay, because the truth keep getting me in trouble. That's real. The truth keep getting me in trouble. Okay, and I'm not liking my afro right now. I'm doing okay. I'm good. I just think I need a little bit of y'all. What do you guys have to say about what I just said? So y'all don't want to wait. Y'all don't want to be ladies anymore and make men wait. Like, so you're not valuable no more? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? That you're not valuable? You saying when you were a teenager, you were tougher as a teenager than a grown woman? I said keep the cookies in the cookie jar. Yes, I said it. Share the live. Share it with your friends. Yes, I sure did. Keep the cookies in the cookie jar, because you was getting respected back in those days, honey. You are not getting neglected. You are getting respected. And if it was somebody that's like, oh, I was with my husband and we did this and that. And okay, if you know somebody for 2 months, if you know somebody for a short amount of time, and you feel the need that you have to give in, like, let me tell y'all men something. The guys that are good guys, there's guys out here, and I've said this before, they will super pressure you on the first date. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you a video where the guy he's going, he was like, I ain't getting no ass. Fine, you pay. I was like, wow, these are the times. You have to get away from game players. Emmanuel, pick a struggle. You have to get away from game players. The only game you can play as a woman is to keep your legs closed and focus on who you focusing on. That's it. Because how you can play yourself, men are mad that you're exploring your options and this and that and the third. So then it's like, if you're going to explore your options, then I'm not going to take you on a date. And it's just this whole cycle. But if you could just say, you know what, like, I'm not in a rush to do anything. I'm just going to be me. Whoever fall off, fall off. Ma'am, let me know how that works for you. And I know you're going to get better because I told y'all how I am. I don't call people. I don't. Like, if we're in a situation or we're dating or whatever, I'm not calling you every day. If you don't want to call me, then we're not talking. I guess you don't talk to me. I guess so. I guess whoever else you with, y'all having a better conversation, which I doubt. Whoever else you with, I doubt she's, always dressed, always doing her thing, always kind, always peaceful. I guess she all of those things. Cause that's when you got good product, okay? When you have the good product, when they leave, they're not getting nothing no better. The reason why some people don't stay because you cost too much. You cost too much with your fine self, girl. You cost too much uh, for the men with your standards, and she can't act any old way, and she can't treat you or talk to you any kind of way. You cost too much, and attention and time that they want to give to other people, and you demand it for yourself. You cost too much. That's why you're not having the successes, because you're not next in them. If you're not finding the person that you want, stop saying like, but I really like them. I really like them. So I'm going to change my rule for this one person. I'm going to change my rule. I'm not going to pay attention to the most important thing. I'm just going to see where this goes. And it don't go nowhere. For the men, she's going to waste your time and money. And for the women, they're going to get worse. Because I think money can be replaced. Time can be replaced. But you're going to waste your time and your body count's going to go up. And you're going to have less respect for yourself because don't nobody feel good when you're talking about you had 99 partners. I don't know how women be talking on these podcasts or shows and just so like they trying to be so free with it. But I'm like, ma'am, I'm going to tell y'all some of the stuff, shut the hell up for real. Sorry. But just be quiet because you're saying stupid stuff out your mouth and it's costing you men in the future. So be looking back like, oh, she said that crazy thing. We can't say everything on our mind. We can't just, I was listening to something today, and he said, if people said everything on their mind, they would offend everybody. You got to learn how to play your part. You got to learn how to play your role. You can't just say anything to your boss. You can't just say anything to your manager. You can't even say everything to your pastor. You can't talk to them any kind of way. Well, that was a horrible sermon today. Like, you asked for way too much money today. You need to cut it. Right? You can't say certain things to certain people sometimes. And that's real. So if you think that you could just blurt out whatever, I'm being real, I'm keeping it real, like, keep it real quiet if that's the case. For real. All right, guys. Does that make sense? So the update is get back to being yourself and growing with what you learned so far. If you're not learning anything, why do you feel like you're attracting something greater in the future? Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Yo, CEOs of companies read 50 books a year. You ain't read one book on relationships, and you feel like you supposed to get the man of your dreams. You supposed to get an astronaut, astrophysicist, and you supposed to get that bad girl that's 11. And you ain't got to do nothing. You just gonna get her. She just gonna be yours. You have to work on it. You have to grow into the role. If somebody that is making millions of dollars has to read 50 books a year to keep up, to lead in the right direction, to keep growing, that's a book a week. Imagine. That's why I say, even if you just watch one show a week and you caught up, right? And you understood this from this angle, from that angle, and you don't have to just take my word for it. It's other people out there. Just stop listening to people that's tickling your ears, that's talking all this nonsense. Sometimes it's good to hear the other sexes. Like for me, listening to the same sex is of no value to me. Sometimes, yes, it is. Sometimes when you have an encouraging, understanding, open woman, they can help heal your wounds, right? But if you just listen to them, girl, this is what you gotta do. This is what you gotta do. This is what you gotta do, right? And you know that that's what everybody is saying. You are wasting your time. All you're doing is confirmation bias. You're already saying yes to the things that you already know. You're not learning anything new. But somebody said if you know how to argue the other side better than they do, then you can win the argument. That means you need to listen to what the men are saying. Listen to what the men are saying. If you're a woman, listen to what the men are saying about relationships and just think about what they're saying because they have no dog in the fight. The man that is in your face, they got something to lose. They got you. They got that punani that they thought they was gonna get tonight. So they got to say whatever they got to say. And if you really look at it like that, and you saw it that's the game that they play, right? But the guy that's serious about you is not gonna play that game. He's not gonna be like other people. Now flip it. Flip it. That's the women need to listen to the men. Men need to listen to women who are wives, who can be a wife, who she has solid advice, she has solid wisdom on how she feels about it, so you can get deeper insights. So women, the show was for you, but what the men did, they start listening to the things I had to say so they can get my perspective, because it's a waste of time for them to go listen to women who don't care. Don't touch that. Why can't I have anything, Emmanuel? I like my sticky notes. Don't you love me? Anyway, I can't say that. so so the men start watching the show more than the women. Now sometimes the men be trying to talk to me, but a lot of them don't. Right? A lot of them don't, and they learn from the perspective of a woman, of like, okay, yeah, like if I was to get a woman, like I would want her to have that kind of mindset, and they start learning more about how we think, which is great. Which is they understand a lot of things, so it don't have to necessarily be like this one is for the men, this one is for the women. You just take it and you use it as you can. Okay, so the current dating market, the only way to win is going back to being conservative. You see what I'm saying? Like even men that like you dressing sexy like you could draw them in, but once you're with them, they're gonna want you to be conservative, and they're shocked when you're conservative. And when I say conservative, like you can still wear this cute dress, but throwing something over it and keeping everything to the imagination, the things start flowing. Like I know who's that lady, who's that, right? Even with this head, child. I think it was supposed to go back. I forgot. But this camera's not doing me justice. But when I was on Instagram, it was looking pretty nice. So, because I was on my phone camera is better than this camera. So, what I'm saying is, you have to go back to the conservative ways. If you want a traditional man who's not going to make you pay 50-50, you got to go back to being quasi traditional. Baby, that's why I get so upset. The guy said, when you get upset, write a book. If you just do some of the stuff, the men are like, What? She cooperates? Women, right now, if you make the change, you can pick the guy you want. Thank you for the like. Thank you. You can pick the guy you want because most of the women are stubborn in heart. They don't know any better. They don't know what's going on. Thank you guys for the hearts and the likes. Leave a comment too. Right? And so you can have the guy you want right now. Right now, okay? The market has shifted. The sellers don't got it like that no more. Oh no, baby. My buyer for the first time in history since a couple years ago, I don't have to go over asking and ask sellers to assist. First time. Now they losing money on what they're asking for. Oh. You know, and I tell them what I'm about to do, and they're like, send it on. We're gonna work it out, Rue. We're gonna work it out. Now's the time. If you are a buyer, now's the time to buy a house. Yes, the prices are skyrocketing. That's true. That's true. But they leveling out, and they're not gonna drop $100,000. I don't know where you got that from. They're not gonna go on half off. When the last time they went half off? When I be looking at them records, I be mad. Like y'all pay $5,000 for a house. This is crazy, ludicrous, and we over here paying all of the money we pay, right? So my point is, it's a time it's a time when it's right now. If you're an investor, you got cash, and right now is a time when the stocks are down to go invest and grab up all that. This is what they teach us. Thank you, Keller Williams. I give y'all that, right? They teach us expand when everything is shrinking. Expand, so because when it comes back, you'll be number one. So for the women, you could be as sexy as you want to. Listen, put a thing over, put a blazer over, because I don't feel comfortable being around my buyers' husbands, right? I don't feel comfortable like that. So I'll be like, yeah, I got shown today. Like, where I'm like, I don't know what y'all, but I don't mess with my money. I got a showing today. I can't come up. I see realtors and they got entire cleavage, like all their cleavage out, and they're in front of their clients, but they're up there, so the clients is like whatever. But in the back of the mind, it's like, woman, you couldn't. Why you gotta be like that around my husband? We bending down and getting stuff. No, the women can appreciate and can trust me now because they're like, oh dang, like that's a cute dress, girl. I would have wore that all the way. But I see how you covering up a little bit because you around my man. Thank you. I appreciate that. They can trust me now. You see what I'm saying? It's a trust factor with the men where it's like you don't always gotta be showing it. Yes, I do get attention, but I don't pay it no mind. I don't care. Like I don't be like, oh my gosh, if nobody's as high to me. No, no. Matter of fact, being conservative today was like the guys were like the one thing I was like, are you even speaking English, sir? Please, can I have your number again? It forced them. It forced her. She got her real hair. She dressed conservative, and she's still a little touch of sexy. You see what I'm saying? Because our young girls are thinking it's okay to pose any kind of way online. Our young girls are thinking it's okay to act like real ratchet in the thought and do all this crazy behavior. Like it's gonna catch up with you one day. You're gonna have daughters. You're gonna have to deal with this. Okay, I have 3 girls. Trust me, it's not easy. All right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, let's go back to being conservative, even if it's not the regular conservative. I didn't never tell you wear your skirt to your knee. But if you cannot be in a bikini all the time, it would be great. It would be beautiful to not be in a bikini. Make them work for it. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, if you wanted to see a little more, then you would have had to take me on a date to see how I dress. You see what I'm saying? Because what I notice is when them women are grabbing them high value men, no, stop making the Instagram model or the girl that is naked on the gram or the girl that is whatever who is not a great role model. Look at the woman who does have a high value man that is not cheating. Look at how Shawnee is dressing right now. Look at how Sarah Jakes Robert is dressing right now. I'm not saying I'll be that extreme. The Lord knows. I'm like, God, I'm gonna have a cap out or something. I'll be at the gym, Lord. I'll be at the gym. Come on. I'm like, ladies, we gotta wear it to our ankles though. But relatively conservative is good. Those women were able to make the adjustment for their high value man. They were able to make the adjustment. No problem. Baby, you want this? No problem. All right, baby, you know I got business deals. I got clients looking at me. You can't have your Instagram all kind of way. Think about it from the man's perspective. Not that they're trying to control you, but they're trying to take you far. Hey! You go ahead and listen to them men that just trying to sleep with you for one night. Yeah, baby, I like it when you wear it like that. Yeah, baby. Oh, show me more. Oh, a dress can never be too short. I'm like, I don't know who you talk to, but that ain't me. That's not the one. I'm not the one. All right, so let's go back to that. If you never had that experience, baby, whatever's working right now, okay, make it continue to work. But if it's not working, change it. That's one thing you have to learn in business and in life. If it's not working, change it. If you've always been, you know what, I'm gonna just go with the flow, I'm gonna just sleep with whoever I want. If you always done that, because that's what they told you. I'm not mad at you, sis, at all. That's what they told you. That's what they, I didn't even know what, I didn't go to college like to the dorm. I don't know how that life was. And then that's what I was going around here, like, oh, what's hookup culture over there? I was like, ooh, I'm glad I didn't go to college. Yeah, I might have a divorce under my belt, but honey, I was with the same person for 17 years and I was a virgin before I met him. So I don't know what to tell you. So if that helped me not have 20 on my number, thank God. Thank God. Literally, a woman does not feel like it's nothing wrong. Like you met one man, you step on one every year. But think about 17 years. Think about 20 years. That's already 20. That's one a year. Y'all know y'all ain't meet no one man a year. Come on. Cut it out. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. But it's not to judge. It's to say that level of thinking that got you here is not gonna take you where you want to be. You got to get serious about what you want. Keep believing the women that say I don't want to get married. Marriage not for me. I don't want to get married. Marriage not for me. And you know that's one of your goals one day. Even if it's not for you today, one day you do want to be married. So get yourself in the mindset. So today, for my last thing, um, today I was watching a training yesterday, and he was saying how like I'm into the brain and how the brain works, and I'm just learning a lot about it, how our mind works. So when I'm saying things, it's not just to say stuff and just to talk about how I feel, how I move, because when you're following people online, it might not be right what they're saying. But somebody that actually studies psychology, I can get more from them. Somebody that actually studies the brain, I can get more from them. This is what they said. Oh, Jesus. Don't make me cry, y'all. So he said, don't even get out the bed until you look at like I'm just taking the whole hour and a half and putting it in 1 minute. The reason why you don't have is because you're in lack. You're in lack. You don't have because you're in a lack mentality. You need to be in an abundant mindset. And in order to be in an abundant mindset, you need to get your state, your feelings, your body is like, okay. So what he was saying, like I had to note, dang, he said your mind, your brain, your thoughts control your mind, right? But your feelings are in your body. That's the simplest way I can put it. Your feelings are in your body. So when you have all these negative thoughts and all of this stuff, you feel it in your body. That's why we get sick in our body. Think about it. If we always feeling mad and upset, don't we get sick? You didn't never notice that people got sick that was always worried and mad all the time. It's in your body. So your body is the unconscious brain, right? Or your body is your unconscious mind. Okay, there you go. So if you just said, I want to, and before he said, before you don't leave the bed in the morning and just envision the life you want. You're with the partner that you want to be with, and you're in that place, you're in that moment. You can see, like I had to make it like an action movie, because every time it's like they always said this in business, you need to imagine yourself to be that person that you want to be. And I'm like, I'm trying to imagine my dream house, but I just can't see it, right? So but when I started imagining, I must want the husband more than the dream house child, because I was like, oh snap, I was imagining this and I was imagining that. And before you know it, you feel the feelings and the emotions. And then it's like, oh, it's becoming real. So I imagined my whole life. I said, okay, we got this down. I'm imagining this moment and that moment, this special moment and that special moment. And then I was like, oh, and where we gonna live and where we gonna drive and where we gonna go and all of that stuff. So I start building this life in my mind. You could do that with the woman of your dreams. So you could the job of your dream, whatever, right? So you really feel it. If you really feel it like this real, because the body doesn't know the difference. The body doesn't know the difference. The body thinks it's there. Catch that. The body think it's there. Ruth is spitting real facts. Y'all can go back to your regular programming. You can go back to stuff that's not really teaching you or feeding you. But this is real right here. Your body remembers what you made it feel. Your body remembers something that isn't even real, meaning like you can like lift weights in your mind and just imagine it and your body thought that you were lifting weights. It's crazy. So if your body really thinks that you're going to have the dream relationship, and if you want marriage, you're going to be married, and how's married life going to be, and y'all going to have this awesome relationship, y'all going to be telling jokes all day, and y'all going to get in your disagreements, but it's all going to be cool and it's going to be peaceful, and y'all going to have makeup sex and all of that stuff, right? And that's what I'm talking about just for relationships, because we're in relationship world right now. You wake up and you like, let's get it. And now you see the end in mind. Seven habits of highly effective people, Stephen Covey. If you're a business person, that's the first book, one of the first books they tell you to read. And he says begin with the end in mind. Disclaimer, I ain't read the whole book, but it's always begin with the end in mind. So basically, I've done this my entire career. That's why people don't understand me. Because they're like, why you not like doing this? I'm like, no, baby, mine is on the end. You don't know my end goal. You just don't know. And they've tried to crack me so many times. I'm not telling them. So when I look at the big goal, now I start, okay, what happens before that? 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 And to this moment, what can I do right now? What can I do right now to bring that thing into my life that I want? When it, as it pertains to relationships, as it pertains to money. Men need money in relationships and women need money in relationships. You're going to need money because you need to you're going to have transportation. You're going to have a place to live as a man. Both people, right? You're gonna have to feel confident you can provide for a woman. As a woman, you got to keep yourself together. All that stuff costs money. You can't just wear the same thing all the time, every day. Just one great outfit, and every day you wear it. No. So it's gonna cost money to keep yourself up. It's gonna cost money to be, to be an adult, right? So go after your money. Make sure your money right. Make sure your life is right. Declutter. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit the gym. Make sure you're working out. I'm over here looking at Love is Blind, and half the women in there, more than half the women are working out. They all were working out. And it be the ones that look good that work out. I'll be like, sis, it be the ones you think, oh no, you don't need to work out. These are the things you can do today. And then be happy. A lot of us are not happy. We got to deal with our childhood trauma. We got to deal with things that happen to us. Sometimes I get thrown off and people be like, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. And I'm just like, it sends me back. And it's like, yo, that's real. That's real. You got to process the things that you're going through. You got to process the pain. You got to process all of that stuff because it's going to come back later. I remember going to Atlantic City when I was young. When I was younger, I feel like I was supposed to have all my kids, right? All of them. So that's that. And I'm glad I had them. Now, when it got to the third one, I had a miscarriage. That one September, at 6 weeks, I had a miscarriage. The next September, I was like, all right, we telling everybody so we can have this. Like, I feel like I could manipulate God or something. Like, all right, y'all be having a baby. I said, oh no, it was like 2 months, and I lost it, and I had to go back and tell everybody, my kids, because we said at a birthday party, I had to tell everybody. It was October, so it was for my birthday. I had to go back and tell everybody that we're not having a baby no more. My kids were suffering, crying, all that stuff like that, right? So I didn't. hating on mine, and I'm like cracking jokes because I'm like, oh, look at him. The doctor had to tell me. I was like, his face was so sad. Oh, he don't know I've been through this before. I'll be all right, right? And I was like, I cracked the joke like, oh, I'm glad I don't have his job or whatever, and I felt like I was okay. Well, guess what? A year later, well, that next summer, we went to Atlantic City, and I'm like, we're supposed to be walking, and you're a mom, so life is boom, boom, boom all the time. It don't never chill. So this is the first time we get to chill, and we walking the boardwalk or whatever. Next thing you know, I'm like, oh, hold on, y'all, and then they continue to walk. I broke down and cried. I broke down at Atlantic City boardwalk, whatever, and I didn't know it was coming, but I had not dealt with the pain because I told myself I wasn't going to cry like I cried last time. So if you don't deal with your pain, now like I was like, oh, I got bad memories. But it ain't really that bad. It allowed me to process it, and then the following year I got pregnant again, and this time it was in September. I was like, that damn September, and I was so happy to have her. So if that all that had to happen so that I could be happy to have my third daughter, I was like, God, please. Please let me have her. Please let me keep this baby. And then I had no problems after that. So it was such a blessing. So things happen for a reason. And it's okay. Bad things are gonna happen. It's life. It's all about how you're gonna rebound. Okay. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. It's like basically how the market is. So let's get into one of these topics that these people paying. Oh Jesus. Let's get into a couple more things. Hold on, y'all. But do y'all feel like, oh, you know what? If y'all want to get on, you can get on. I'm going to start allowing you guys to get on and speak with me on here. So just click the link. I don't know what's going to tell you to do on that side, but click the link if you want to hop on camera. Or if you don't want to hop on camera, I think you could just press no video and then you can hop on with me. Okay. So we about to get all interactive. I'm super excited, guys. I was like just let me get back to the show. Like I was ready. I was all ready. I want to show y'all my hair, but it was like it's meh tonight. But I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna find something very much some cute little hairstyle. But I'm gonna try to do my hair natural. But yeah, I was actually shocked like how curly it came out. It was so cute. It's just that I need some like, us. We like hang time. We like this. See, look, don't that look better? Anyway, we let it go. All right. Here we go. You're really gonna make me pay? This guy made her pay. I'm sorry. I just had to add this. Are you?
42.74. Show a kneecap.
He said show a kneecap.
Nah,
He's really making me pay you guys.
He said you're not gonna give me no aid.
No. You're taking me home.
He said I might as well take you home because you ain't give me no aid. See, this is what y'all red pill guys.
You're taking me home.
This is what y'all did. Y'all made guys think that they could treat women like this. Y'all did this. Well, if she's not doing it, y'all did this. I know y'all did. I love y'all, but y'all did this.
All right, guys, listen, I said before to hedge your bets, all right? But let's have a man-to-man conversation right now. My man came with no haircut, no facial grooming, with a Looney Tunes shirt talking about I can't get no butt though. But this is why Kevin Samuels was so focused on the importance of your image. But hey, listen, this is the modern dating marketplace today. Women are diversifying their options into dudes like this, while dudes are trying to get the cakes for the lowest price possible. Absurd.
So my question to you guys is, do y'all think it's okay that the men think that it's okay for them to go and deal with multiple women, but when the women do and they deal with multiple men, then the men get offended, they don't even want to pay for food no more, Like, so they expect every girl to sit here and that they want to go out on a date with to be like focused on just me and me alone from day one, and you don't even know that person. So now they're like, oh, you can't do what men do. And I was like, that's where y'all we want to learn, but y'all, we can't learn when y'all being the biggest hypocrites in the entire world. Now, for a woman to date multiple men, you cannot be sleeping with them, hun. Boo, babe, don't do that. Don't just. I mean, personally, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. It, and then you thinking it's fun, it's great. I mean, that's how people catch diseases. That's how people have a child and don't know who the child's father is. Like, it's not safe for us to go and act reckless. If they want to be reckless, there's all you got to remember. There's consequences to everything. Stop saying you want to do what men can do when you don't want to pay child support like men pay child support. Because if a man goes out and gets 3 girls pregnant today and they all pregnant at the same time, he gonna be paying child support on all of them. Okay, on all of them, and that's that. He got to pay the price. They're not seeing that far. They're taking the risk, and that's on them. But then you doing what they do, and you like, I don't want none of the risk. I don't want none of the. They're not giving up their lives for 9 months. Ain't no man nowhere ever threw up because they're pregnant. No man ever had to sit their butt down for a couple weeks or a couple months because they just had a baby. That's on us, ladies. So even if that's why I was like, yo, I sat and I thought about it. I was like, based off of when I was a teenager, I sat and had this conversation with myself and said, Rue, you go ahead and be independent. I was like, well, why is this not fair? Why do boys get to do all that? No. And then another voice came. I private Lord, I promise you, it was the Lord. He was like, now, if you go out and do what they do, if you go around and just be free like that, like you want, like they're being free, is that gonna hurt you or help you? And that's where we have to be more mature, because that is your life, ma'am. That is your child that may get a dad that see the thing about when you have kids is why I have 4 children. I'm proud of all 4 of my children. I had 3 in a marriage. I planned all of them. They always planned. The 4th one, I needed a boy. I knew it was coming. I don't even know what it's like to be like, oh my gosh, I never planned on having a baby right now. Yes, but my last one, yes, it caught me off guard, but I also was a real baby. What? That boy was spoiled. I was like, sorry, girls, but this one's for the baby. Honey, I went all out for his baby. I was like, I don't think I posted the baby shower pictures. He had everything. I bought him everything. I knew he was good. You see what I'm saying? Now there's more to it. There's more to it. And I knew, I was with one person. So, I was in a relationship. So it's for you to be just like saying like, I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. Like, at what cost? You're doing whatever you want. So the future guy judges you based off of you, all the stuff you did and said you made bad decisions. I can't help you. You made bad decisions and that's on you. That's all that's going to happen because they're brutal out here. They're not like, oh, it's okay. Only some guys will do that. Only some guys will do that. So, yeah. Okay, let me stop. This side's nice, though. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? That's curls. This is what happens with Ruth's hair. My hair gets frizzy. Look at this. This is crazy. Okay, this way. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, my hair gets frizzy, and so y'all seeing it at the end of the day. But it's okay. It's all good. I'm gonna get y'all next time. I think I'm gonna twist it all in the front. Yes, I'm learning. I love it. I love a challenge, baby. I love it. I felt like I was G.I. Jane today. I said G.I. Jane ain't never looked this fine doing all this stuff that I'm doing today. Anyway, move on. All right. So what do y'all think? I want to hear y'all opinion.
Girls be out here creating super niggas in their mind. They don't even be looking at them.
Oh, I was gonna say the whole thing. I'm not getting no butt thing. If you think that okay, men are just like if you pay attention, some guys. Well, first of all, guys say whatever you want to hear. They are actors, okay? They say whatever you want to hear, whatever sounds good. That's the game to them. They know that we fall in love with our ears, so they're gonna say whatever they want to say. Now, every guy's not like that, but the game players, the ones that finesse women, that's what they do. Okay, so they're quick to take you on a date and they're quick to do this and that. This is their thing. Matter of fact, I feel like they say the same thing to every woman, to be honest with you. If women would just compare notes, hey! If women would just compare notes, you'll find out he said the same thing to you guys, said the same thing to me. Move on. Yeah, so at this point, men are saying, like, some guys are like, oh, I'm not paying for the date because I feel like if you're not gonna give me no butt, then you can pay for yourself. And then, like, yeah, they're losing the purpose of getting to know women. They're thinking that they're entitled to sleep with women because women have given them. I don't want to give it to the men, ladies. It's because I love you. Okay, it's because I love you that I don't want to give it to the men. I don't want to give it to the men because the men are just doing like, oh shoot, we don't got to do nothing no more. That's what. Oh snap, we don't got to do nothing no more. We ain't got to do nothing. So let's just have a party. Only certain select few that really, like, if you think about it, like some guys, they're really like, they're good character guys, and they're the ones that's going to treat you well. They're the ones that's going to take good care of a woman. They're the ones. But what happens when they're not the most attractive man and we just keep looking at them like, he's not the cutest man in the world? The cute guys are out here doing what this fool is right? Unless otherwise he's a good man, he might be married already. And I'm not saying there's no cute good men. There are plenty, but not as much as is the game players and the ones that just, I don't know how to explain it. They just expect to keep running through women until they're done. Until they have somebody that has a good relationship, because all the marriages that they see is breaking up. Why would they get married? So, like, it's problem on top of problem on top of problem, but we have to unravel it. The only way we can unravel this problem is to stop doing the same ish. Oh my gosh, my microphone wasn't on today. Y'all wasn't gonna tell me? All right, let's move on.
That's a fact. Between men and women, we see who here. Yeah. Women down here think it's a unicorn nigga with long neck and a lot of money, weekend house, and murder. Women be out here creating super niggas in their mind. They don't even be looking at the niggas right in front of them. That's a fact. Between men and women, we see who here. Yeah. Women down here think it's a unicorn nigga with long neck and a lot of money, weekend house, and this nigga writing poetry, draw, and fight, and lift weights, and you crazy. They're fantasy thinkers. You gonna meet this nigga with a lace front on? Okay, I'm tripping though. Delusional. They want that nigga have everything. But this is what's happening in the mind of the modern woman today when they get introduced to a nuclear physicist but think that it would be settling. Yeah, so actually I'm a nuclear physicist for the Navy. Damn. So I do that in a few days.
Okay, nice. Well, best of luck as you ship out pineapple.
Yeah. Why?
You know, man with some personality.
The modern women of today get moist for the entertainers, the ballers, the athletes, the rap icons. So I say to the purposeful, driven man, modern man of today, stop trying to impress these women. It's a losing battle. Instead, try to impress yourself by earning a high income earning skill, improve or enhance your masculinity, upgrade your image, and increase your capacity to talk to women, your charisma, your game and speaking with them to really get the results that you want in your life. Leave all these other chicks that are impressed by the fantasy bullshit by the wayside.
All right, so let's bring it back to the basics. What is the
All right, so yeah. There we go. No. There's nothing I can do to make it something I like. Okay. So yeah. I think that he's saying not to that I think that the guy has a point where there's a fantasy guy, and it's like even women that are married, they seem to not appreciate the man that they have in front of them, right? Even the women that are married don't appreciate the man that they have in front of them. Okay. So we expect this fantasy guy to come in and just make everything better. But in reality, it's some guy that like a real person who's gonna have flaws, who's not gonna be perfect. Let's move forward. But I like the guys say they move by what's in front of them right now. That means you need to get in front of the person that you want to be with, period. If that's how they think of like who's in front of me right now. Because a man that is ready to get married is going to be like who is around when I'm ready to get married. That's who they're going to marry. But if you're not around them, right? Because you're off, gallivanting in the streets, you're not focused on this. Like y'all just act like somebody pressed. It's like nobody's pressed. But at the same time, it's like if you have a business, all right, if you have a business, nobody pressed to get married. But if you had a business and it's not going to take off year 1 or 2 or 3, but maybe in year 7 it's going to take off. But it's only taking time because you didn't learn all the skills. Oh, girl, I wish your hair was nicer. Because you spin the truth right now, right? Don't hear me complain about my hair the whole time. They're like, girl, if you don't shut up, it's cute. I'll do this. If you don't get the skills that you need in the relationships that you're looking for, it may take some time. It may take a couple of times you skinning your knee. It may take a couple of times of you bumping your head. It's okay. But you're on that path. When you get off that path, you put everything in jeopardy. In my business, certain things, if I stop it, I put everything in jeopardy. I'd rather power through. I'd rather get it together. I'd rather pay the cost to be the boss. I'd rather do all that stuff than when everything starts flooding in, not having the support, not having everything going in. So when it comes to relationships, I'd rather go and get the skills necessary and work on myself until you beat that horse. You got everything together. One day you'll wake up and have everything together. But if you're like, well, since I'm not going to be in a relationship this year, I'll never get ready. That doesn't make any sense. You have to put your goal. This is why people are not successful. And I'm sorry if I get mad, but this is your goal. You put your goal in front of you. And if you can't get it today, you figure out how. Okay? Look, you figure out how. Okay, I see there's words. Okay, I see there's black ink. I'm gonna need black ink. I'm gonna need blue ink. If I wanted to reproduce this card, I'm gonna need blue ink. I'm gonna need black ink. This is my study card. I'm gonna need blue ink. I'm gonna need black ink. I'm gonna need this paper. I need this shiny thing. I need to figure out how I'm gonna poke a hole in them. It says 305. It's 400 cards in a pack. I need to figure out. Imagine it took 400 skills that you needed to learn, or 305, like this card says, that you need to learn so you can have the relationship that you want. So you're not gonna start going through 1 and 2 and let me tell you, By the end of 305, I can pass this test. Hey, girl. When I smack my thigh, y'all know it's good. At the end of 305, I can pass my test. Even though there's 400 cards, that means I have 75% of the information done. I can pass the test. I need a 70%. Hey, if you don't go through card 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, go through your issues, go through your situation, go through your circumstances, go through your attitude, go through your behavior, go through your dress, go through your hair, go through all of the things that you need to do to get yourself prepared for what you want. You said you want it, not me. I don't care what you want. Okay. I'm just going to tell you this is how you get it if you want it. All right. If you don't want it, then you don't want it. But why would you wait till you're 40? Hey, why would you wait till you're 40 and you want that baby? And now you say you want to go through the cards and you got to start at 1. But the girl that started when she was 22, by the time she was 30, she was ready because she went through the cards little by little. She processed it. She went through the issues. The man, maybe his money wasn't right. He went and did that promotion. That's why men get very upset when women want to come around and be like, oh, yay, you should be with me. And now that you have all the stuff, they know all the nights. There's many days in a year, y'all. They had to get up every one of those days and go to work and use their brain, use their body, and get what they want. For somebody to come in and say, I think you need to give me half. That's why they be getting upset, y'all. That's why they get upset. And you be like, what? But you love me, huh? It's like, I'm not that stupid. But my point is, it took them so many years to get there. If a man for himself and for his family took that many years to get prepared to be ready to say, I'm married, a man is going to feel like a man when he could buy a home for his family. This is what I'm told. A man feels like he's being complete because he can provide a shelter for his family. He's been working. He's been doing overtime. He's been working hard. He's been stressed out. He's been doing everything possible. And then the women are just like, I'm just going to fly in here and just, but you got to do the work, mama. He will gladly share with you. He will gladly give you what he has. He will gladly work well with you or build a future with you. He will do all of that with you, but you got to do the inner work. Women is all about the inner work. And then the outer work is your look and your weight, right? Your look and your weight. But your behavior, your mindset, your emotions, your feelings, to be able to say, I got my emotions in check, to be able to say, I can do my own stuff now. That's why you had to go through a period of isolation, sis, because you always depend on other people to get you through emotionally, and you need to learn how to get through things yourself. I'm preaching to you. I'm preaching to myself. To the point where you don't even need to ask for help. The only place you look up is to God. And yes, you're going to have to work on asking for help too. But at the end of the day, you feel good knowing that, yo, I don't have to. I will. But I don't have to ask for that help y'all feel like I need to ask for. Because I know I can handle it on my own. Your man cannot be everything for you and go to work and take care of the bills and take care of the family and take care of all of that stuff and then come home and be a therapist at night. He can't. You got to do that work. So you see the woman doing the inner work, not telling him you're not good enough, not telling him that you didn't do something to make me happy. 9 times out of 10, it's not the man that is not doing enough. It's the woman that just not satisfied with what he's giving her. 1, you chose him, and 2, he could give you a lot of good things, a lot of nice things, but you got to, if you're never happy anyway, you're not going to be happy. You see what I'm saying? It's for those circumstances. Now, if you're a happy person, that's not for you. But I'm talking about the ones that's unhappy a lot. I'm talking about you're never satisfied. Sometimes, and look at the economy, y'all. Look at around you. Y'all gonna have to stop with all the materialism. Y'all gonna have to learn how to be happy again with nothing or with little, because you can survive this rent increase. You can survive this buying a house and paying a mortgage up to behind now. You can survive it. You're going to be grateful that you can survive it versus like, oh, I didn't get the latest purse. I didn't like the latest shoes. I didn't get the latest outfit. We were in a time where we could be greedy and fat, and now it's lean times. Now the real women coming out like, oh no, baby, I know how to stretch it. Got me a bag of rice right here. I'm gonna whip this up real quick, and we're gonna have to eat what we gotta eat. We gotta do what we gotta do so we can save our money, build our coins up, and invest in them businesses so we can finally get out of misery, so we can finally get out of poverty, so we can beat inflation with a stick. If you're not ready for that, don't say you're ready for a relationship, because a man wants you. He wants to know that you can stretch his dollar. If it's his dollar, y'all might be working together. He want my mindset be going to the provider mindset. Excuse me. I'm sorry. But y'all gotta know that, okay, I'm gonna be investing. Okay, so what are you gonna learn? Are you gonna learn about investing? Are you gonna that's if I feel like if two people are making money, right? One should be paying the bills, and the rest of that money should be investing, going out to the investing. The woman's money should be going out to making investments. That's what it should be. But how's the woman gonna make the investments when she doesn't study? When she doesn't learn about the stock market or the real estate market or whatever market y'all trying to get into? You see what I'm saying? Where women make good investors. We're safer. We take less risk, but we make more money. That's what they were saying. That women are better investors because men will risk it all. They really involve you like that, right? So the woman will be a better investor. But you got to learn those skills. Once you learn those skills, baby, y'all unstoppable. Y'all getting that out of that poverty or that middle class or that not having generational wealth. What? All right, let me move on.
Art of being submissive. First step is get with somebody who wants what you have to offer. I think love and submission is a tailored fit. It's not a one size fits all. So I can only tell you what it means to me. Now for me, it's complete selflessness. I am satisfied in serving. I'm a servant. And I watched my mother serve all my life. You know, and it was rain, sleet, or snow. I think we talked about this on the phone. My mother's love for my father wasn't conditional.
Wow.
It's not my responsibility, but it's your joy. It is my joy. You know, I
She
love
watched
seeing
it.
him eat the meal that I could. I love seeing him sleep.
And that's, I mean, even today, somebody was telling me how great my mother was and how my mother took care of them and made them feel special. They came to our church and played the instruments, a bunch of kids. She made sure they had money, they had food, they had their own table. She took care of everything and made them feel like they were, he said, like the pastors. See what I'm saying? So how they treat pastors, or it's like, oh, you got a special table, they gave them special treatment. My mom did that for them and made sure that she took care of them. And you know, I've seen that my entire life. I've seen that.
Easy. Like every night, like clockwork, I scratch this man's back to sleep.
Wow.
And I know when he's asleep because I can tell when his breathing changes.
Wow.
And some people might think that's psychotic, but that's like, I just know that's when I'm like, oh, I can stop.
Young, single,
I
bitter
find
women
joy
think that's
in
psychotic.
your rest. And it shouldn't be conditional.
Let me just pause right here. I am surprised at this video because I remember watching this young lady. I believe her name is Jazzy or Jasmine on Instagram years ago. And she always came off as a young, modern boss chick woman. And I mean, you know, maybe it was a character that she was playing. But I think that this is very necessary and very needed for them to be conducting this conversation in this way, because what she's talking about right now, I would imagine, is reviled across Twitter. What do you mean submit? What do you mean all of these different types of things? But it's dope that influencers are now breaking out of the modern woman echo chamber to talk about where they are at right now. Because continuing to live the life of a young modern woman and all of your masculine virtues will not make you happy. Why? Because you're not a man. But seriously though, it's dope to see.
I mean, he has a point where when we try to be like overly masculine, like going for things that men go for and doing things that men do, like we can be bosses all day long. But to not have a family to call your own, it's going to take a toll on you. Maybe when you're older, maybe when you're older and you're just like some young women, they want a family right away. Like me, I wanted a baby. Like I wanted my own family. Like I had a baby at 20. So I can't even tell you how much that was important to me. Right. But I could have waited. I should have waited. But I just had to have my own. And so that satisfies you. And like, like when my daughter graduated, I just felt like I did something. I felt like I did something really important. Like I helped nurture this girl to this point. That's a long time. When you get divorced and stuff like that, you just like, dang, it's a lot of years wasted. But when your kids, when you put 17 and 18 years into your kids, right? You could be like, oh, it's okay. Look at you, right? It's okay. Like it just is so gratifying, So it's literally all the research says the women are happy when they have family, they have their own families, they have their kids, they have their relationships. That's what's important to us. That's why you can't stand when people say, oh, another woman that wants to get married. It's just the weirdest thing because it's like that was law back in the day. Now it's like a scarlet letter if you say you want to get married. Like I get an M on my jacket. Yeah. Because I am the kind of person that put my goals up in front of me and I do everything to attract my goals to me. Even when it comes to business, I don't necessarily be like running out, hey, you want to buy real estate? Hey, no, I've done everything to attract it to myself. Thank you for the leads y'all sent to me this week. I appreciate it. Thank you. So I can attract quality people to me.
See a young woman say, I am happy when I serve. You really don't see that from modern women today.
The power of knowing that you
and this is the transition that you make and you start to understand your mother. Like I understood my mother when I started cooking for my family. And I would call her so many times like, Mom, I'm just like, I'm thinking about you. I was over here cooking and she would just laugh. Like I was like, I'm over here cooking rice and beans. And even though she didn't teach me like how to cook the rice and beans, no, she gave me a little lesson, but like I figured it out on my own. Because I was going down that path of why would I even need to know this? He better cook for me. Right? It's like we say we'll get married, then we don't know how to cook. It's like that's stupid. What? Every wife cooks. Well, I can't say every wife cooks, but most wives cook. Okay. And if you don't want to cook, then that means you don't want to make your man happy because it's a satisfying feeling when he's like, oh, that was so good. You know what I mean? So
power to make someone's day better. And that's a choice and easier. Yes, better and easier. That's a choice that you have to make. I always make the choice to do it. I always make the choice to do it. I like to give. I like to allow my person to lead. I think relationships and submission and being submissive is like it's like an 8 count. Know that dance. You better know that 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, dishes clean. 2, laundry. 3. If you have a long day and you fight in the world, you would never come back and fight me. You would never come back and walk into a space that is not welcoming you. Do you think that this is
look at his face? Look at it.
Controversial.
In 2022 it is.
To some,
look at his face. Wait, y'all gotta see his face. He's just like this is the kind of stuff that make men want to get married. Y'all. Oh my gosh. Do I have to do it again and then do my hair? Oh my gosh. Get the audio version, Ruth. Get the audio version. Look at his face. He's like in ecstasy. Wait, look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face. Hold on.
Into a space that is not welcoming you. Do you think that this is controversial in some capacity?
In 2022 it is.
To
like,
some,
I'm loving it.
Could be enabling. And someone told me one time, they're like, you're enabling him.
Wow.
And I told him how that made me feel. And he was
The
like,
echo.
of course they're going to say that. They don't have nobody doing that for them.
That's the echo chamber. Thank God.
You hear somebody that cares about her said, you're enabling him. Just caring. That's like saying I'm enabling, even though we don't want to compare children and men. But that's like if you were taking care of your kids and feeding your kid. Somebody did tell me that. They're like, oh, you feed them all the time. I'm supposed to feed my kids. Oh, sometimes you have to let them go hungry. What? Just because your mother starved you? Do you see how disturbing that is? Now, that to a woman that is doing a good job with a man, mind you, she has a man that takes care of her. So why would you not? Like, come on, right? But for regular women, it's like, oh no, because I gotta pay the bills too. But imagine doing little things and putting, it's like putting your signature that are every single time. You're doing such a good job. And I'm being very intentional about my ish. I do such a good job at this thing, and it's a string of things that even if you went out somewhere else to try to get it, it's not like Ruth. I'm gonna mess your mind up. That's the kind of stuff that you gotta do, sis. Cause why would he go be with another woman who's not gonna scratch his back to sleep, who's not gonna do the things that she do? You know what I mean? And I get it. Doing it to the wrong man is horrible. And she'll even tell you that she got her heart broken and she felt, you know, taken for granted. But baby, you see what she manifested. You see what she manifested. She was, baby, when you sit here and treat people well, not even well, excelente, very good, very, very good, right? You manifest the great person God has for you because you manage what you had well. So even if your heart got broken because you did it to the wrong person, baby, you was practicing. Hey, 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 you was practicing. Oh, don't make me take up offering. Y'all send my cash app. Y'all see my cash app. Where my banner go? I never hit y'all with the banner. There you go. Hey, come on.
Thank God she was able to just.
Y'all was just practicing. You were just practicing for the real thing. You don't think you got to go through a lot of games just to get into the NBA? You don't think you got to take a lot of L's, have a lot of injury? Like, a lot of things happen before you get to play in the pros. Now she playing in the pros.
Just let it go. Oh, thank God she was able to just let it go. But that's it right there. That's this. Single women will keep women. Oh, thank God she was able to just. Thank God. Thank God she was able to just let it go. Oh, thank God she was able to just let it go. But that's it right there. That's this.
For some, it could be enabling. Told me one time, they're like, you're enabling him.
Wow.
And I told him how that made me feel. And he
The
was like,
echo.
of course they're going to say that. They don't have nobody doing that for them.
That's the echo chamber. Thank God. Thank God she was able to just let it go. Oh, thank God she was able to just let it go. But that's it right there. That's this. Single women will keep women that are happy in their relationships as single and as bitter and as unhappy as what they are. Misery loves company.
That's
It's not
sad.
fun to be miserable with by your guy.
If my friend says she scratched her man back to sleep, I would be like, girl, that would hurt my hand. But I'm good. I'm proud of you. Good for you. Good for you. That's how you like. How can somebody say they're a friend and they're discouraging you to do things just because they don't want to compete with you or they don't want to think of themselves as like, I'm not doing as much as she's doing? Doesn't matter. That's what works for her. That's what's good for her. That's what makes her happy. Another man don't want his back scratched, but maybe he want, I don't know, a massage, a foot rub, whatever. And he does it for you too. And but she said it's not conditional. But at the same time, this man provides a level of lifestyle for her. So she's just like, listen, you provide this level of lifestyle for me. I'm gonna do it in my own little way. Amen, sister. Good for you. I'd be like, I ain't gonna scratch his back, ma'am, but I'm gonna find a thing that I can do that I ain't gonna hurt my hand. You know what I'm saying? Not even hurt my hand, but my point is if you didn't like her example, it doesn't matter. Get the principle, baby. Learn, grow.
Goddamn self. You want other people to be miserable around you so you can talk about and complain about, oh man, ain't shit. He wants you to do what? Oh, he's so controlling.
No, he's not controlling, baby. Nobody can be like, scratch my back. Scratch my back until I go to sleep. Nobody says that.
I'm controlling like that, girl. Oh yeah, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't be that you know, you're right.
You have to have a strong mind to go against the grain, to go against the wave. You have to have she's strong-minded and she's determined to serve. And she saw it in her mother.
Let me go in there and be a bitch. That's how you lose men, women. Okay? All 8.5 of you guys that watch my channel. Just keep going.
I watch.
It made me feel like maybe I am, but at the same time, it made me feel like maybe I am, but at the same time, that's my love.
Boom.
So if you don't understand it, you know, it's not.
She's very self-aware. Oh.
Not loving on you for you to get it.
I hope this girl. I hope Shannon Booty. I hope she really was soaking this in.
That's how I love. And whoever I love is going to get that benefit. Yes.
Because I think that those 1-degree turns, that even though that she's like, no, and because the interviewer is going to be like, well, mine, he got to do for me and I got to do for him. It's tit for tat. And it's like, nobody really likes tit for tat, sis, especially not men. Men don't like tit for tat. Most men don't like tit for tat. Well, I'm going to just speak for the ones I know. They don't like tit for tat. They don't want it to be conditional because they want to do for you in an unlimited way, and they want you to do for them in an unlimited way. That's why you give 100.
Very feminine.
Women needed men for everything. That's how I love. Whoever I love is going to get that benefit. Yes.
Exactly. So if I love you, I'm going to make heaven for you.
There was a time
she's very feminine.
Women needed men for everything.
And here's the thing is that she's very feminine, but ladies, listen to me. The number one thing that you need to do in order to keep a dude is to respect him.
Yep.
She respects the ish out of whoever this dude is.
Right.
Ultimately. And I bet you it's also because he clears the masculine way for her.
Yeah.
I'd imagine she's probably not lifting a finger financially.
Yeah.
She's only talking.
Yep. This is and men, for y'all, like when you're willing for her to not have the financial burden, she had to go run and do a shift. I had to go to work and help pay a bill or this and that and the third. She ain't got time to be scratching your back. She might ask you to massage her. But because she feel like, yo, you made this so much, you made life easier for me, let me make life easier for you. So when women get themselves in this scenario, right? When women get themselves in this scenario, right? You got to learn how to reciprocate. You got to, because men are not going to say nothing to you. They're going to retaliate quietly behind your back, but they're not going to, if you're not reciprocating or you're not bringing enough to them in a way that they want, then it's not going to really work out like that, because they're going to feel like they keep giving. We had one of our viewers was telling us how he worked, and then he's just like, yeah, you worked this whole time, but now he's mad. He's pissed that he worked for this one woman who took advantage of him, like who didn't appreciate him for 20 years. So now it's like this quiet frustration. Do you really want to be with somebody and they're quietly frustrated about you? Is that the kind of relationship that you want? Do you want to be quietly frustrated with somebody? How long are you going to want to stay in that scenario? About to wrap up, guys.
Talking about her giving, which is honestly rare as shit on these women podcasts, but it's really dope to hear.
We couldn't even open up a bank account, you know? And now it's like women are really in their bag where they're like, I have my own business. I'm doing this. I don't need a man for nothing. Like basically, like, can I be frank? Like, I don't need a nigga for shit. I don't, you know. And I can say those words, but I want one. So my brain wants to understand the exchange here, because and this could be. It's not. No, you're doing great. But
it's okay. Oh, y'all missing. I'm sorry, y'all can't see it. But It's facts. When she's not asking you for anything. See, a lot of women, the main ones, I don't need no man, I don't need no man, be like, yo, let me get $500, let me get this and that, pay my rent, pay this and pay that. And it be the same women that don't need him to pay nothing, that they got it, or even if they struggle or having a hard time, they're not gonna ask for nothing, not one dime. And I know men think that that doesn't exist, but no, there's a standard where it's like, I'm not asking. You can um you can offer, but I'm not asking. You see what I'm saying? Just like when men don't, they pay and the woman could offer, but they're not gonna be like, hey, we're on a date, can you pay? You see what I'm saying? That's the same way with certain women. They're not gonna sit there and ask you, can you please help me? You're either gonna do it and she's gonna be appreciated, or she's gonna just be like, I noticed that he doesn't come through for me when I need him to. And that is going to be a check for you, my friend. So that's just how it goes. She's gonna remember that.
Because I told you I'm gonna ask a bunch of stupid questions.
Yeah.
Because this dynamic, I think, like my
She's
relationship
modern.
with my partner.
No, I didn't do that. I messed it up. Hold on.
Years ago, and she always came off as a young, modern. You want other people to be miserable around you, so you can talk about and complain about.
Hold on.
Thank God she was able to just let it go.
Okay.
As what they are, misery loves company.
Hold on.
It's not fun to be miserable by your goddamn self.
Facts.
You want other people to be miserable around you, so you can talk about and complain about. Oh man, ain't shit. He wants you to do what? Oh, he's so feminine, but ladies, listen to me. The number one thing that you need to do in order to keep a dude is to respect him.
Yeah.
She respects the ish.
When you say things like I don't need a man, then he hears, because he's a man, I don't need you. Oh! Sometimes I just say I didn't know it was coming. It hurt me. It punched me in the stomach. When he hears I don't need a man, say that again. When he hears I don't need a man, he hears I don't need you. Because what I tell y'all, men take things personal. When you're talking about their sex, their gender, they take it personal. When you're complaining about, oh, how guys this and how guys that, they think you're talking directly about them. They take offense to it. So if you want that respect, if you want to give him what he wants, which is respect, we want love, they want respect. You got to respect him and not talk about his gender like it's nothing. And sometimes it's hard because we really do go through things. But when you're in a relationship, you got to let all of that stuff go. Or before you get it.
Ultimately. And I bet you it's also because he clears the masculine way for her. I'd imagine she's probably not lifting a finger financially.
She said that
She's
she
only
wouldn't do
talking
it for
about her
both.
giving, which is honestly rare as shit on these women podcasts. But it's really dope to hear.
We couldn't even open up a bank account, you know? And now it's like women are really in their bag where they're like, I have my own business, I'm doing this, I don't need a man for nothing. Like basically, like, can I be frank? Like I don't need a nigga for shit. I don't. You know, and I can say those words, but I want one. So my brain wants to understand the exchange here. Because and this could be it's not no, you're doing great. But because
I think the pressure to say I don't need a man for real, I don't need him. It's some things to be if she would have just left that out, it would have been great. And I understand where she's coming from. She's like, I have money, you know, I have this, I have that. I'm secure financially, I'm stable, I'm whatever. So that's what she was trying to portray. But sometimes I feel like women, we feel like we got to make other women, happy. Like we got to get that reassurance from the other woman. And y'all got to be careful about that. Stand 10 toes down on what you believe in. It's like, okay, yeah, I got money, so what? I still want my man. I still need my man. I still, you know what I mean? I want you and I need you, baby. What's up? It's nothing wrong with that. But people are making it like it's a bad thing.
I'm gonna ask a bunch of stupid questions because this dynamic, I think, like my
She's
relationship
modern.
with my partner is very egalitarian. Like we're equals. Like, I don't ever feel like I'm giving for the sake of giving, and I'm not receiving for the sake of receiving. I'm receiving being like, well, I deserve this, and I'm giving being like, you deserve this. So there's that exchange happening. So
But now you're always talking about what y'all two deserve. It's not gonna match all the time.
you tell him the things that you need. Yeah. And the things that you feel like you deserve, you'll say that 100%. How will you say that? I need you to step up in these areas. I need to not worry about this. I need to be able to take my brain off this thing. I need more affection. I need more love. If we're going to be sexual, here's the things that I need to like feel more sexual. And in return, I invite that. Like, so we have a lot of conversations. How does he receive it well?
Good question, Jasmine.
I think everybody has a problem with being told
That means
they're
no.
not doing enough. And you don't have to, like,
Got him. You can say what sounds good and what is good for you. Okay, I'm liking my hair again. Whew. But when the first thing this woman, Jazzy asks is, how does he feel about that? Oh, people don't really like being told what to do and how to do it. Like, you're bossing them around. And I got a little of her point of, I think the way she does it, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You can always communicate. You can't be like, listen, buddy, step it up. You're lacking in this area and that area. No, you could be like, baby, I would love it if you could do this or that. Speaking up is good too. But that's where the submissive woman and the alpha male or alpha female, because this is what she's doing, this alpha female thing. She says it's egalitarian, so they're equal in their relationship, and that's fine. But is he happy? That's the question, right? Is he happy, or he's just going along to get along? Get along to go along, whatever. Go along to get along. Now, Jasmine cares so much about her man's happiness. What y'all not understand is when men feel and know this, they will do anything for you. But you got to ask too. So that's where she could probably come up a little bit. From my perspective, it's good.
So I think that there could be, I wouldn't say that he's always arms wide open, but he always adjusts. But so I guess when I'm listening to your relationship style, I'm like, if we kind of broke it down into like to-dos specifically, like what does a submissive woman do for her man?
Before she gets into that, notice the fundamental difference between Booty's relationship with Jasmine's relationship. Booty says more egalitarian means more equal. So what that means to me is that either she's the breadwinner or pays a significant portion of the bills in the household. I'll bet any amount of money this girl over here, while she has her own career and shit like that, I bet you that she's able to submit like this because the guy that she's with is more than likely rich as shit. So although she could take care of all of her needs and don't need no man, in order to rest well within her femininity, she needs a dude that is a provider, super generous, which
Okay. Did you hear what he said? A provider that is super generous. You can have a provider that's stingy. You can have a provider that's not like. So I had a trigger the other like a while ago, right? And I saw this couple, and she was like, "Oh, can we get this?" And he's like, well, "How much is it?" And she told her how much it was. He's like, "Yeah, go ahead and get it." Right? And I was just like thinking to myself, like, man, if I would have had that in my situation over here, then, and when I didn't have nothing, then I might have stayed with him. I might have whatever, but he was just like, it was always a no. It was like, can't do it. It was an excuse. It was all of that. So I was like, yo, that's so dope that you can have a relationship with somebody that wants to make you happy. You know what I mean? So if the person doesn't want to make you happy, this is what women are missing. You can't be with a man and submit to a man and he never wants to make you happy. If he wants to make you happy, why would you not be cooperative with him? That doesn't make sense to me. It will never make sense to me. If he's always trying, it will never come a day. It will never come a day that he does something and he didn't have to, and I don't acknowledge thank you. If you hold the door for me twice, you get a thank you twice. Whatever you do, it's a thank you. It's an appreciation that's coming. If I get rusty and dusty, let me know. But you have to appreciate. You laughing at me, Roddy? For real. They be holding the door. Let me tell you, I was coming in the door with a stroller, and the girl was like, "Hold on, wait, I'm gonna open the door for you." Men don't even do that sometimes. And open the door and stroller and with the baby in my hand, and I'm just like, okay. And then she's like, "Hold on, I'm gonna get the other one too." Most people get the first door and not the second door, so now you get 2 thank yous. There you go. I'm about to wrap up.
Reiterates the points that I said earlier in this video, and actually all the points that I've said on my channel in regards to focusing on your purpose, gentlemen. The more dope that you are, the more utility in the world that you have, the more that women will be willing to submit to your leadership.
What is that?
Okay, so women, when y'all think that y'all are well, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that, and he gonna have to take me the way I am, right? When you say that and do that, this girl right here, there's women like this right here, baby, you'll never be able to compete. Why would he choose you over her when she is more giving, kind, feminine, and taking care of him and doing everything she can for him? And she's basically going above. We're gonna be fair. This is above and beyond, y'all. Above and beyond for him, just being there for him. Everybody ain't got that. Everybody can't be that. She is doing the most. He said your African accent is on point. Thank you. It's back, baby. It's back. Right? She's going above and beyond. We're not closing our eyes that she's going above and beyond. Ladies, you do not have to scratch no man's back to go to sleep every night, okay? To be submissive. That's not it. We didn't ask you to be no puppy dog, no nothing. But she just realized, oh, that's what you like. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do this more. Oh, that's what you like. Have you never done that? You have never done that? Like, oh, that's what you like. I'm gonna do more of this. He's not gonna be like, hey, you know what? I like strawberries on my ice cream. He's not gonna give you a list of everything he likes. You pay attention and you see what he like. You're like, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do that. I'm sure there's a lot of things she won't do. I'm sure. She's not sitting there. I'm like, well, she just said she read his mind. But she doesn't know everything that she could do, and she can't be everywhere all the time.
Like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants, and like I pretty much read his mind. So it's like if I know you.
Wait, before you go and think this is crazy, right? I used to have. All right, so me and my sisters. Wait. It was me. First, it was me and my little sister, and then me and my daughter took it even further. She would anticipate my need before I need it. Those days were good. Those days were really good. Are we closing the show? Yes, we closing the show. And so I said, this is so great, and I'm able to do it. I can do it. Anticipate somebody's needs before they need it. It's not. She said I'm able to read his mind, but I'm sure she can't read everything in his mind. But she knows him.
And I study you. Like I know how you are in the morning. I know how you are about midday. I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it.
This interview made me feel so good because it made me feel like I wasn't crazy. And it's not like that I did this with, every person that, no, it's like somebody we're in a serious long-term relationship. I knew him. So dating is funny because it's like you feel like you knew the person all your life, but in reality you don't know them. And that's why, hold on 1 second, baby. Let me close it. Hold on. Let me put it on here for you. The phone is dead, but you can go watch it. Y'all stay right here. Don't worry.
Baby.
Yeah, but the phone, wait, Akili right here. What? Oh my gosh, is that Keely? What? Okay, where was I at? So, when you know somebody for decades, when you know somebody for years, knowing for somebody for a couple months, a couple weeks is a joke. It's a joke. Do you know how long it takes to get to that level? You're not sitting here like with a pen and a paper just watching him all day. But when I said, I used to say it and feel funny. I used to say, if he grunt 3 times, like I said, basically, he wasn't a man that would say yes or no. So he would say, I don't know, right? And then I would know what I don't know means. I said, that means yes. If it's no, it's no. You see what I'm saying? So you pay attention. If you're with that person, you know what that means after a while. But if you don't care enough to figure out what's going on in him, you're always like having the concern on you. That's when the quality of the relationship, you can have a relationship all day, every day, all night, every night. But the quality of that relationship, my friend, when you're not there no more, the person will remember how you knew them most out of anybody. When you can study your partner, I'm gonna move on so I can
I
end.
mean,
But it's good. I can't help it.
and you know, when
Sorry.
I talk to my girlfriends about it, I was like, "Oh, how you guys doing?" And I'm just like, "Girl, he's Ryan. Like, he's spoiled Ryan. Like, he's Ryan." But I love that. Like, I want him to be that. I think my biggest flex is how I treat my people.
She said,
My biggest flex.
this is my mind you, it's my second time. Go ahead, I'm done. She said, my biggest flex is how I treat my man. Men, let your biggest flex be how you treat your woman. And if a woman takes you for granted, you got to understand, a lot of men don't want to do for women no more, right? But that's a mistake. That's a mistake because, like I said, it's practice for the right one. That's it. We all got to be soldiers in this thing. It's practice for the right one. So if you treating the women that you're with like gold, if you're treating them well and they don't work out, it's okay because the right one's on the way. Just like with her, she planted that seed by how she treated others. And she said that sometimes it drains her or other people took her for granted. It happens. Because I decided to be authentic. And if I'm going to be authentic, that makes me vulnerable. And then if I'm vulnerable, then I can get hurt. But if I'm not my best self, then the person never knows what they can potentially get. You understand what I'm saying? Not to this effect, not this deep, not fast, but over time, that's how I got to be. All right. Well, to me, you can do whatever you want. You don't got to listen to me. Baby, you grab my throat, bro. Bro, you grab my throat. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to press the play button.
Should be how I treat myself.
She been listening to Kevin Samuels.
No.
What are you getting from all that you're giving? What are you asking for in return? You know what's interesting? Like, should be how I treat myself.
She been listening to Kevin Samuels.
She said, my biggest flex is how I treat my man.
I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man. You know what I mean? And my biggest flex should be how I treat myself.
She been listening to
She said, my biggest flex is how it should be how I treat myself. But ladies, just remember that the culture is all about treating yourself well. So good that you treat others like crap. Just remember there's a fine line. Yes, you treat yourself good and your man good. That can be an and statement. It does not have to be an or. Can I get a yes? Can I get a that's right?
What are you getting from all that you're giving?
This is look at her mentality.
You know what's interesting?
I should have did like this. You can see my hair.
Like, you asked for that? You know what I mean? I think that I have gotten.
She said, what are you getting for all that you're giving? What are you getting? This is Emmanuel unplugging stuff and messing with me. All right, bro, we're going to sleep. What are you getting for all you giving? That's the wrong mindset. That's all I'm saying.
Better at saying the things that I need, but if I don't get it the first time, I don't like to say it again.
Oh, this is my sister. This is my sister. Okay. She is my sister. She said, if I don't get it the first time, I ain't asking you again. Because that means you're just willing to not do this for me. And then I had to count the cost. And Miss Shambudia, she was counting the cost. She'd be like, nope, I didn't get that one thing. You gotta go.
So would you do what you're doing for a broke down?
Hell no.
No.
Requires financial support.
She said no.
No.
Nope.
I mean, I think to be broke, you can be some great lover, still very romantic, still very emotionally supportive. I'm just like asking, I wouldn't even know that. I wouldn't even know that he's all those things. Because I think there's a lot of people who are financially stable who are broke-minded, and I can't get down with that either. So let me just clarify the question.
Right.
What are the requirements
Stingy.
from a man to bring to Jazzy in order to get this level of love from you? I think it's how you make me feel. I have to feel safe with you emotionally. I have to. You You have to excite me. I need edge. So all this cute, soft shit that I need him to be emotionally, that's what you need that.
She like
I also need
masculine.
some edge. I also need a
Rich guy with edge.
like I am a submissive, so like in a way, my love language in sex is like I like.
Now you did too much, bro. Come on. Sorry, guys. Can you stop, Emmanuel? I'm done.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like just
Masculinity.
Yes, thank you. I said that.
I do.
You just a hater,
No,
Emmanuel.
but it's like someone who isn't very, you can be emotional and be soft and things like that, but I still need you to have
Guys, what are y'all thoughts?
that edge. Do you need an alpha male? Yes.
This is why men and women can never be equals. Because a woman is never called broke for relying on her husband or the breadwinner. But women will call you broke if you need one penny of financial assistance from them. But yeah, she's essentially reiterating my points in a different way. If you combine assertiveness with being charismatic with these women, multiply that with a formidable bank account, that's how you get the biscuit sinners nice and supple. Questions, comments, concerns.
He just makes me laugh. I don't agree with everything he said. He'd be a little rough sometimes, but overall, he's funny. All right, guys, what did you think about the show today? Did you like the topic? What was your favorite part? If you have any moments, anything you learned, anything that is this helping at all to help you understand relationships? Is it entertaining? Like, what do you like about it? Ooh. Or did you like Emmanuel? Hold on, Emmanuel got something to show y'all. He likes to put his glasses on upside down. Upside down. You gotta put it this way, big boy. All right, say good night. Good night. There we go. It's backwards. Left is right, right is left, and up is down, and down is up. All right. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching the Ruth and Relationship show. I gotta put this one to bed. We're super late for bed, but we have our offer out. We getting it. One thing about your girl, she know how to do her job. Okay, she know how to do her job, and the Lord blesses me. All right, so thank you so much for watching Ruth and Relationship. Ruth and Relationship. Tell me, can you handle it? It's the Ruth and Relationship show. Bye. I bless your family, your dating life, and your marriage. Bye.